Welcome back to Collier Focus. 3-day-a-week watering is back in Collier County. As of March 15th, the emergency water use restrictions placed on Collier County by the South Florida Water Management District in April of 2007 are rescinded. Once again, the Water Irrigation Ordinance of Collier County provides the guidelines for landscape irrigation and outdoor water use for county residents and businesses. Additionally, the water restriction surcharges applied to water bills during the period of emergency water use restrictions are also rescinded, beginning with the first billing cycle in April.
Has ended, and it's interesting that how folk can forget time moves past. It was 2 years ago,
wow.
2007, when we actually invoked it with an ordinance change, and the restrictions came in. And they've now been lifted. And from now on, the 15% surcharge, which for residential customers was for water used over 10,000 gallons, and that was surcharged at 15%, that's now been removed.
The 3-day water schedule is as follows. Odd number addresses, irrigation is limited to 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, between 12:01 a.m. and 8 a.m. for all types of irrigation, and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for low-volume hand watering. Even number addresses, irrigation is limited 3 days a week to Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday between the same hours of midnight and 8 a.m. for all types of irrigation, and once again between 5 and 7 p.m. for low-volume hand watering. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has again delayed issuance of the new flood insurance rate maps. These maps were supposed to be issued in mid-March, but now they will not be released until at least June. Interim Administrator for Community Development and Environmental Services, Nick Casalanguida, says that the county staff is working hard to help prepare the public for the changes and all of their ramifications.
What county staff is doing right now is working with the other staff people to get some flow charts prepared, so in an FAQ, frequently asked questions, so that when citizens come up they can say, in my home that was built on a certain date, how does this apply to me? In my home that's at a certain elevation, how does this apply to me? And we're trying to break it down into what I call simple English versus these FEMA-type documents that the verbiage is difficult to understand. We're also working with the Commission to get a bunch of engineers and surveyors pre-qualified and be on a pre-chosen list to be able to help the homeowners, so they know when they have to get these elevation certificates and letters of map amendment that they can go out to these firms and have these things prepared and ready to go.
The county will be setting up a special website and phone number to help keep residents informed, and we will give you that number and address as soon as it is available. On Wednesday, March 24th, the Florida Association of Counties held their annual Legislative Day at the state capitol in Tallahassee. The day is designed for local county officials to meet with their state senators and representatives. Commissioners Frank Hallis and Jim Coletta were in attendance, and we asked Commissioner Coletta about some of the topics they covered with our state legislators.
This year we were working very closely with the Florida Association of Counties, which Commissioner Hallis and myself are very involved in. And with them we were able to make stands on various issues of great importance to the citizenry of the state of Florida as a united group of all the commissioners of Florida. And this year some of the items that we discussed at our annual legislative meeting had to do with such things as Amendment 4, hometown democracy, which is an item out there that will disrupt the normal flow of government in a way that will have repercussions for many years to come, negative repercussions. And we brought it up as a vote, and the vote was to not support that amendment, and it was unanimous for every commissioner that was in the room. We came out resoundingly against some of the unfunded mandates that have been a burden on the citizenry within Collier County and other counties throughout Florida. And we have got the message across that we need the state legislative body to work very closely with us to make sure that no unfunded mandates that they can no longer pay for are passed down to the counties, especially at this point in time when our revenue source is at a all-time low. We want them to work very hard to try to come up with legislation that will allow people in foreclosed homes to be able to stay in their homes, and that special accommodations be made as far as the financing of it to be able to keep them going forward. That was a very big issue, and that was one of our main concerns. One of the other things that we brought up that is a very big concern, especially for District 5, has to do with the Seminole Indian Gambling Compact, which is going through the legislative body at this point in time. The original one had it where there was a 3% in there that would come back to the county to pay for local infrastructure the impact that's caused by the casino in Immokalee. And with that money, we'd be able to put roads in place that we can't afford to do now. Without that money, what will happen is that the India Casino, when they expand, they'll use all the reserve capacity of the road up. And at that point in time, any new businesses coming to Immokalee will have to be denied under our comprehensive land planning pact that we have, and they won't be able to locate. So we need to get these roads built, and if we can get that 3% reinstated in there, we'll be able to finish 82 to Immokalee from Fort Myers and Immokalee Road from Naples all the way to Immokalee in a fairly reasonable period of time when the money's coming in. Without it, we're in big trouble. And so we made that point to our legislative body to make sure they understood how important it was and that they represent our interest in this.
The Florida Association of Counties holds this event each year near the start of the legislative session. The U.S. Census counts every resident in the United States and is required by the Constitution to take place every 10 years. The 2010 census will help communities receive more than $400 billion in federal funds each year for things like hospitals, schools, senior centers, bridges, tunnels, and other public works projects. The data collected by the census also helps determine the number of seats your state has in the U.S. House of Representatives. Commissioner Coletta urges your participation.
I implore you, if that census form is sitting on your counter and you're not too sure if you want to fill out or not, reach for your wallet and put the money on the counter and throw the census form away and send the money into the federal government and tell them to keep it. You don't need it. Or send the census form back in and keep your money in your wallet, in your back pocket, and we'll be able to all live a better life.
For more information, log on to 2010.census.gov. Well, now let's take a look at some upcoming Collier County government meetings. The following meetings are all held in the board meeting room on the third floor of the W. Harmon Turner Building in the Collier County Government Center, unless otherwise indicated. The Collier County Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, April 1st at 8:30 a.m. On Friday, April 2nd at 9 a.m., the Code Enforcement Office of the Special Magistrate will be in session. The Intersection Safety Ordinance Magistrate will meet on Monday, April 5th at 9 a.m. The Coastal Advisory Committee will meet on Thursday, April 8th at 1 p.m. And on Tuesday, April 13th at 9 a.m., the Board of County Commissioners will meet in regular session. For more information on Collier County government or to inquire about other meetings that have been scheduled since the taping of this program, contact the Communication and Customer Relations Department at 252-8848 or via email troymiller@colliergov.net. You can also click on our website at colliergov.net for more information. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Collier Focus. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.